This video is for the chart of the day, due September the 5th. You're starting with a loan table that you built in the homework, and we want to build a chart that shows what percentage of each payment goes to interest and what percent goes to principal. The payment's constant at $843, and we know that it starts out about half and half, slightly more, actually 60% going to interest. And it's always frustrating when people learn how mortgages work that your earlier payments are more weighted toward interest and your later payments are more weighted toward principal. But no need to get indignant about that. Your earlier payments come at times when you're borrowing from the bank about $100,000 in this case, but your later payments come at a time when you're borrowing far less from the bank and eventually gets down to zero. So it's only logical that the early payments should have more interest and the later payments should have more principal in their breakout. So let's draw this chart. We'd like to start with month. Control Shift down, hold down Control, Shift right arrow, Control Shift up. Insert. And this time we're going to use a 2D stacked column, but we're going to take a 100% stacked column. So we don't really care how big the payment is. We just want to show 100% at the top and then the breakdown of the two series that we're plotting. Now we have 180 little bars on here. They're hard to look at. So let's right click and format them and get rid of the gap width. Then all that's left to do is change the color. And add the titles. So speaking of payment breakdown, let's see what happens if we change the interest rate. The interest rate goes up from 6 to, let's say, 16, like it was 30 years ago. What you find out is that 90% of the initial payments are going to interest, and even halfway through the loan, almost 3/4 of the payment is going to interest. So you could buy a house, make payments on it for a very long time, and still have a very large balance remaining.